Senate Bill SB 1358. Recorders, voter registration, public buildings. This bill is going to be heard in the Senate Government Committee, and it's scheduled for Monday to be heard. We have reason to believe, we understand that that Senate Government Committee is not going to be meeting on Monday, so this bill will not be heard on Monday. But it will be heard somewhere down the line. I'm sure sooner or later it will, so we'll render an opinion on it. But rendering an opinion on this particular bill is going to be a little difficult. By the way, it was introduced by Senator Ugenti Rita. The reason why it's going to be a little difficult to render an opinion is because to me it's a little confusing, but maybe we can make heads or tails out of it. Basically what it does is that it requires that the county recorder, when they authorize somebody to register people to vote, that registration has to happen at a government building. And if I understand that correctly, that means that if you go to a show, you go to the a gun show, for example, or you go to the fair or something like that, not being a government building, that you would not be able to conduct a registration. If I understand the bill correctly, and I may be wrong on that,
No,
but that's the way I read
right.
it.
I think you're right. I mean, in 16134, paragraph A, the very first line on it says, county recorder shall authorize persons to accept resignation forms and shall designate places for receipt of registry, so on and so forth. But then it says that these drives can only be conducted on at a government building or a government site. So that would mean, I would suppose, that if I happen to have a handful of registration forms and I went down in front of the local pizza store and started having people sign up, I couldn't do that. And I know there's been a number of groups that have had registration drives at different places, and this would then seem to make those registration drives invalid. But if that's the case, then if I have a registration form and I hand it to you in front of the pizza place and you fill it out and I then carry it down and hand it to the county recorder's office, how are they going to know whether I got your signature on a government website or not, a government site or not? I don't know how they're going to know that. So,
that's an ongoing problem, isn't it?
Right.
That most people don't read the bill, so it's not a problem for them.
Right.
But it's a problem for Archie and me. We read the stuff and we say, oh, wait a second. There's conflicting language here. There is language that's not clear. And so, but anyway, again, he and I, Archie and I shouldn't be speaking for him, but I do anyway. We should be relying on the amendment system, so that maybe this bill can be amended so that it's a little clearer. But
well,
as it is,
in section C, paragraph 1, it says the form, talking again about the registration form, and said the form is postmarked 29 days or more before the election, and is then received by the county recorder by 7 p.m. on the day of the election. Now, the post office is going to take 29 days in order to be able to deliver a voter registration? I don't know. It seems to me like that needs to be a little bit clarified also. But that's just me.
that's not showing a whole lot of faith in the in the post office system, is it?
Not a whole bunch, no.
30 days to deliver a letter.